Hi there, I'm Jude. You can call me Nirvana, and this video is meant to, debunk all the things, the whole debate online about which AI automation tool is the best. From anything, Zapier, Make.com, Lindy, just a lot of automation tools out there, AI automation platforms out there. But and I've even seen a lot of developers in the past, and this was even 2025 when I saw someone was actually dissing someone else and saying they use anything to build while some people are using make.com, and make.com are for babies. When I saw that trend, it was on X. I was like, okay, but I needed to understand why people saw it that way. So, and I've used these three most popular tools, which are Zapier, Anything, and Make.com. And this is coming from someone that, because I've seen online a lot of people on YouTube, on X, most of them are influencers and they are being paid by some of these platforms. And they are also affiliates. And I believe that most of these people, why I won't say they are lying, they have their own opinions as well about these platforms. But this is coming from someone that is not being paid by any platform. And generally, I just, based on what I've done, what I've used, and how I see, most of these tools, I want to give my opinion about this. And I hope this should be probably enough to, explain a couple of things to you, and you get to make the decision at the end of the day based on anything you see. So I'm going to show you right here. You can see a lot of people are still talking about this. A month ago, 10 months ago, 1 year, another one a month ago on LinkedIn, and here, I mean, some of these people are influencers, right? And I know that, and some people are still talking 2 weeks ago. This video is just mainly to debunk all of these things and to show you the differences for you to know which one you should pick out of all this. So just showing through, even on Reddit, this is on Reddit, and I mean, we can see here, people here are still, talking about this. Even here, coming from this guy here, most people think automation tools are complicated. That's usually a make.com problem, okay? And this person said, I run make.com co-building sessions for service businesses. Complaints are usually just a lot of things from a lot of people. And many people, I read through all these posts, every single one here, and I'm like, okay, let me make a decision, and personally from what I've noticed too. So here I put together the whole thing. So now when it comes to people building AI automations generally, the best that is used for each cases, I'm going to point it out. Now for Zapier is very popular. I remember back in this was 2020, this was 2020, 2021. I think it was 2021 when I was using Zapier. I was still new into most of these tech stuffs then, and most businesses used Zapier to automate some of their, especially in email automations and the likes. So Zapier is good for non-technical businesses and non-technical businesses operations, simple SaaS links, and quick internal MVPs. Make.com is used mostly by marketing agencies. Anything is used by the people building, mainly AI automation specialists out there, developers, engineers, and the rest. And there are several other things to the UI, how it looks like, how you get to build on Zapier. I'm going to show you briefly how and what Zapier is. You can see Zapier. This is a platform here, and it's basically an AI automation platform, right? Or an automation platform powered by AI. So this is their pricing. You get to see all this. We're getting there very soon. And this is just an example of a build using Zapier, right? You can see it. When it comes to the UI, let's see. When it comes to the UI, I would say, well, I don't really like the UI. To be very honest, right from the beginning, I never liked the UI, but it is okay. It is okay. For make.com, I'm going to show you. This is the UI here. I built something recently, and just to show this, it's okay. It's quite good. And here is make.com. Here's the platform. You can access it here on make.com. And here is the pricing as well. Most of these you can keep using it as you scale, so it depends on what you want and the features you want. Also, you might have to check on them. Yeah, once again, this is how it looks like. While for anything looks cool, right? Yeah, definitely looks like something a nerd would definitely go for, and it is nice. It is very good as well. So you can see anything and the pricing here and the features, the things that come with it as well. And you can see a basic anything build, well, with an AI agent. And in all this, basically, if I want to rate it, they are actually all good. I mean, they are different platforms, right? And all this, you can just, I want you to get the idea that all this, they're just words. You can go through it definitely. I'm going to add it to this video. But these ones work based on circular nodes. I think I have it here, circular nodes. While the one for anything, you can see the way it looks like here. It's quite different. So the UI is quite different. And the learning curve, this is one of the things I'm most concerned about. Now, when it comes to the learning curve of Zapier, Make.com, and anything, which are the three top platforms, right? According to what I have here, it's minutes. And this is coming from someone that have used Zapier in the past before I got to understand, okay, there was another platform called Make.com. And before anything came into place, I was using, so I just consider this faster and it feels simpler to, understand. While for Make.com, well, days. And I mean, when I started, learning Make.com, I remember though I had a little bit of idea about, building workflows, but to me, it just felt like, okay, this is something different. And I would have said it is mindset, basically, but now, no, it is not just the mindset. It just feels like, it is like when someone has been using something previously and you suddenly see an upgraded version, something that looks different, you probably first feel intimidated and feel this might be harder, But when I started using it, I got the hang of it, and yeah, this is good. While for anything, it might take weeks. A lot of people have hyped this platform so much that this is just my opinion, though, that it feels like, they are building something godly, something that no one is going to be able to understand, right? So when I noticed some of these things, I just felt, okay, you know what? I'm going to take it a step at a time. But basically, across all this, anything, the platforms it connects to, the apps that it connects to are lesser than, that of Make.com. So while I'm not going to give a visible rating here, I can say this requires more and is more developer friendly, right? So when it comes to API and that's Connect API, webhooks, and many more things, I'm going to mix this with the MCP as well. This is a very basic, and when it comes to MCP and AI native engineer, it is quite weak. That's what I just used to rate it here. It's quite weak. While the one for Make.com, it's moderate. It's okay. Anyone can get to use it and get to use it very well. It works for anything you want to work on, but you kind of lack this native stateful agent execution loop. It lacks it. While for anything, it feels like it's used by people that understand, like developers, people that have built on codes in the past, and they just want something that they can get to have more control over. So that's why labeled it as enterprise grade, and it has a lot of opportunities where you can get to integrate further. Like, it's very flexible, basically. Using anything, it's flexible if you're a developer and you want to do more here. As for the pricing and scaling costs, Zapier is very expensive. It's actually very expensive. I don't know, maybe probably due to the fact that in the past, Zapier was mainly used by, to me, used by companies, used by businesses. I mean, when I was working fully as a freelancer, I saw this and I was like, okay, it seems like this is used by, people that have, money to pay every single month. So, because if you want to get to scale this, it is a lot. If you have huge volume of automations you want to make, while the one for Make.com is very balanced, and it charges by per operation, and even the routers and filters are counted as actions as well, and but it is far cheaper than Zapier, basically. So if your decision here is based on the price, well, you can say that Zapier is more expensive than the mini two, while the one for anything is also cheap. It's predictable. You can get to pay here. I mean, we can see the pricing live here. This is something you can go through. This is the one for Make.com here, where you get to see the pricing, and the pricing I have right now is quite different. That's because I got a coupon. And the one for Zapier here, as you scale, depending on your volume, I mean, when you see it, it gets more expensive actually. While the one for anything, the thing about anything is that there's a way where you can self-host it as well. You can self-host on most hosting platforms, the ones I'm familiar with, hosting and several other ways. You can even self-host without even having to pay anything. On your PC, you can get to self-host there where you don't have to pay a single, cent on this. So basically, well, anything is good as well when it comes to that pricing. And the last one, which is what people have said about it. So when it comes to Zapier, it's great for simple business tools and rapid onboarding, but the scale tax forces you off the platform as volume grows. This is basically like a summary of every single thing up there. Now, for make.com, it says the sweet spot for client delivery, the visual debugging saves hours. Yes, yes, because I've used this a lot. I actually enjoy using make.com. If I show you real quick, you get to see what's happening. Here's the history, right? You get to see what's happening right here, and you can get you get to debug easily anything that goes wrong. You attend to these things easily. You can see this. We start working on this. We start connecting all these things together, and you get to see history. Most of these can actually do this now, but most of these things, it's visually okay, pleasing. It's something you can go through, and you get to understand it easily. So yeah, so it doesn't have anything complex aside from the array manipulation. Yes, that part is actually crazy when you're using array, because at first for a beginner that might feel like something very serious, but if you ask me, it isn't. As you get to walk through it, as you get to understand building, it isn't. So here for anything we've seen how it looks like, right? So here the gold standard for technical AI automation specialist. Yes, someone technical, right? You can also self-host, so you can remove the financial part of it. That means this around, rather than having to pay how much for the basic price, having to pay $20 per month, you can self-host this easily and pay nothing basically. So you can get to pay nothing. So when it comes to all this, yes, they are all good, but when it comes to my opinion, I would go for make.com. Why would I go for make.com? Here is my own personal opinion about this. Now, this is the thing people online have not gotten to understand. While people are going for technical reasons alone and all this, I go for more on the business side. And that is, I don't know why in the first place why you want to argue about which platform is the best, and beefing each other about this thing, because I'm like, I won't want to say it is immature, but these are just tools at the end of the day. These are platforms you can switch to if you have the finances to back it up. You can choose anything, and for whatever for whatever reason, if you're a developer and what you want is most developers want to start from scratch. Someone like me as well, we want to use make.com, or we want to use anything, because I can self-host this and I can get to build on it for my personal stuff. But businesses out there would not go for this. Businesses out there would rather pay and have this built for them, have it connected to their existing systems, their operations and everything. So when it comes to that, if that is your main reason why you want to go for anything and to know anything and use it to build for clients, I would say that is a wrong choice. Personally, I still choose make.com, and because one thing also they have, you can if you want to build something for yourself, you can get to build using the free credits, the free monthly credits. And I'm not being paid by make.com in any way, but I'm using this because also it's also beginner friendly. That means people that are just getting used or open to make.com, people that are just getting open to AI automation can learn using these, and it's visually appealing, because I consider a lot of things when it comes to teaching. How fast would this person be able to understand what is being taught here, and would this person see this as something hard, and is this something that would be fun as a build? They are all fun, right? But like when it comes to using make.com, I've noticed most of the time that what people enjoy building on make.com when they're just starting, and I also enjoyed it as well. So it was something I resonated with, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, let me use this to to build, and let me use it to build, let me others see how to build on this first before making a decision to go into other platforms. So at the end of the day now, I would say when it comes to building for businesses, for clients, you want to make money at the end of the day. That's one of the reasons why you are building on or learning the skill in the first place, right? Aside from the fact that many people want to learn, right? Many people want to learn to make money from it. You might be a freelancer on Upwork, or you can decide, okay, this is something you are seeing, it's hype online, AI automation and all, right? AI agents and everything. But like at the end of the day, if you want to make money from this, you have to consider the people you are building this thing for. And most of the time, I work with service-based businesses as well. I work with small businesses too, that they find make.com virtually okay. Like they get to see this and they are like, they do understand what is going on. Because when you explain to these people, most of the times when I make a video for their sales team, or when I make the video for the owner or for an agency where they get to deliver it to the clients they work with, this is, they get to understand this better. They get to see this and they're like, yes, they understand it. So when it comes to that angle, when I see it from that angle, that is what I care about at the end of the day. Having to deliver something that is understandable, something that they will be able to pick up easily, something that it doesn't require too much time for them to understand, and we get to build what we want to build. At the end of the day, what we want is what? To offer a solution to a particular problem. So if you are someone that wants to offer a solution, why do you care about, briefing someone else about the platform they're using and seeing it as you are the expert, why they are not an expert? I mean, we are all specialists. We're all building. We are all AI automation specialists, right? So it is, once again, kind of immature if that is, something you pick up in your head. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to build, you want to offer results, you want to give out, a very reasonable output, you want to sell, and you're not concerned about feeling big or looking big by, building on anything, which most of them actually do. So this is not, something targeting to anything developers or anything. No, I am not. I also build on anything, but I go for make.com most of the time, not just for me, but for clients, for even agencies. I recommend make.com to agencies I work with, and I also would recommend make.com to my students and every other person, because it's just easy to build there. So if that is what you go for, if you understand everything I've said so far, is that when it comes to the main reason why I am using this platform is to offer my services to these customers, to these clients, and have them understand how whatever I'm building is being run in the first place. So when it comes to the client success, this is just very good for me. This is preferable to me. So that is the main thing at the end of the day. And if there is any other reason why you want to go for any other platform, please do go for any platform. But at the end of the day, the main reason why you are doing this should not be on, pressure from someone else feeling like they use anything, so they are more of the experts there. No, you are all building. The two is just it's the same with a different name and little more, differences in the features. Just little. It's just a little, because you can still build. At the end of the day, I want you to reason it like this. If a customer comes to you or a client comes to you now and they have a problem, the first thing you should, be concerned about should be the problem. Like what is the issue they have at the moment and how can they solve this? And you have to consider things like the budget, how much does this person has every single month, and at what scale do we need this to be, built on? Is this something that requires a lot of credits, a lot of operations? Is this something that, requires us to run every single day or every single minute? All these things are things you consider together. And since you have AI now to guide you on these steps, pull all these things together, ask your clients, request for a couple of things from them. When you understand what they want to build and at which scale this is going to, be working, then you can even consult AI. You can consult any AI, Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, and have it understand this and tell you, okay, which of these platforms, if you are somewhat familiar with all the platforms, so which of these platforms should I use? And there it goes. So this is basically my own piece and my own opinion on which platform you should start with. So I make tutorials, and I've made a couple of tutorials already, and I'm going to be making a full 2 months tutorial, that's 60 days on AI. That's starting from prompt engineering to building AI infrastructures. So I'm starting from prompt engineering. The first layer is getting familiar with prompt engineering. The second layer is building automations, and the third layer, interactions, understanding APIs, that's MCPs and various other tools that are going to be connecting. And the fourth layer is building AI agents. The fifth layer is on agentic systems and understanding how to work around all this. So I make content on every single thing here that is on the list, the 5 layers of AI. I'll be seeing you guys on the next classes on the 5 layers of AI. All right, peace.